ooh. Oh, wait, whoa. That's the wrong menu. What the hell? Stream manager. Thank you, thank you. Whoop. It works. Friends, enemies, those still under review. I think my internet has been fixed. I believe I'm good to just stream. I think they finally fixed this shit. I am absolutely flabbergasted that it took them so long, but hey, I mean it is what it is, and I guess if shit's finally fixed, then I mean it's a good thing. So I I'm gonna get to it. Um, we are still working on subclasses. Um, I went ahead and I finished up the last bard subclass off stream on Tuesday after it cut out on me multiple times within 5 minutes, and then it was out the rest of the day. Um, so I think it's time to move on to cleric. I'm gonna start with the Shaolin. So I'm gonna do something with like Phoenix Flame. Maybe Ashes. The Empire rises anew. Yeah, that's good enough. Do. Clerics of the Phoenix Flame. Serve as the embodiments of the great phoenix's sacred fire. So let's see. These are being used by the Empire to like kind of like quell the other religions. So zealots, purification shit. Seeing things as not their own as being corruption to get rid of. They act as spiritual leaders, imperial zealots, and purifying agents who wield divine fire to smite corruption, protect the faithful, and inspire unwavering. How do you spell loyalty? Their rights burn away impurity and kindle the eternal flame of order. I feel like that's good enough. How are we? So right after this, I'm doing the features. Let's go over here. Phoenix Flame features. Wait a minute. Don't domain spells come at second level? Oh, did I mess that up on the older one? I may have. I think domain spells come at second level. Um. No, no, domain spells are first level. I am. Oops. Well, I guess I'm just stupid. And there's gonna be channel divinity. Do. Um. Let's see. Let's see. How do I got this? So yeah, I just go straight into the. You know what? You know what? You know what? Why make it so that I gotta redo everything when I can just do that? Yeah. Um. Why reinvent the wheel? Ah, do. Need domains, cleric levels listed, so don't count counts. Yeah, that works. That works. Um, let's see. Gotta think about what's gonna make great spells for this domain. So, thinking. I don't think Phantasmal Killer and Blake, Cloud Kill, maybe Wall of Force. I think obviously, Burning Hands. Shield of Faith. Owie. Flaming Sphere. Zone of Truth, because they're always messing with blasphemers. Oh, Fireball just became a cleric spell. How do you like that? Let's see, what's a good non-con Beacon of Hope? I think that would be fitting. Wall of Fire. Compulsion. Flame Strike. Raider Restoration. I think that's a good lineup. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Let's go ahead. So first level. Let's see. Cleric, I want to do something that's... Oh, man. As a cleric, I want to do something that's going to mitigate their want to heal, so they use all of their spell slots for things other than like healing the party. Members renewal. I'm actually gonna pull a little bit from the Echelon race that we built. I think when you or an ally, nah, just ally. When an ally you can see, you can see within 30 feet is reduced to 0 hit points, but not killed outright. You can use your reaction to grant temporary hit points equal to twice your cleric level and end one condition affecting them, or effect. I think effect is present, affect is yeah, affect is continuous. Affecting them. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of 1, regaining uses on a long rest. I think that's good enough. I gotta double check. I may have messed up my older one. I mean, if I did, it's not like that's not a rough draft. um, give me, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Um, And so second level should be channel divinity. Maybe maybe instead, because of what this does, we make this 6th level. Can spend a use of your channel divinity when I see that's the case, then this goes away. Is that how it works for cleric? I don't fucking remember. Wait a minute, let me. Strangely enough, I don't really deal with clerics a lot. Nobody really seems to want to play them. Oh wait, no, I was right. You do get a... You know what? I can just... You get an ability at 1st level, you get channel divinity at 2nd level, you get an ability at 6th level, you get one at 8th, and you get one at 17th. I was right. Yeah, I was right. I just I was definitely overthinking that. Okay. Oh, now that I'm done being sidetracked, we can get back to... Whoa. Back to... channel to... what do we want to do with our channel divinity? I want to do something that's going to give us some sort of radius. I want to do something... Instead of going with a frightened effect or a paralyzed, I think I want to go with a blinding effect. Do something with a radius and a blinding effect. Maybe add some fire damage to it, since fire resistance is so common. Yeah. And make it purifying. You can use your channel divinity to unleash a searing burst of holy fire. As an action, very important, you present your holy symbol and flames erupt in a 15-foot radius centered on you. I think 15 is good. Each of your each of your allies now, each creature of your choice within the area must make a dexterity saving throw. DC equals 8 plus your proficiency modifier plus your wisdom modifier. On a failed save, a creature takes. I want to do radiant damage or fire damage? Fire damage equal to 2d8 plus your cleric level, and is blinded until the start of your next turn. On a successful save, they take half damage and are not blinded. Yeah, that's good enough. Where are we at now? Should be 6th level. I need to think. Oh man. Our 6th level, so maybe Phoenix Cry. Your voice can conjure the fury of the Phoenix to disorient foes. As an action, Oh, my head. Let's see. You can expend a use of your channel divinity to force creatures of your choice within 20 feet to make a Constitution saving throw. DC equals 8 plus your proficiency modifier plus your wisdom modifier. On a failed save, creatures take damage. Yeah, that's better. Equal to 2d8 plus your cleric level and are deafened and frightened. Until the start of your next turn. On a successful save, oh, they take half damage and suffer no conditions. I feel like that's really similar to the earlier ability. I feel like this just went from I feel like this is just a debuff cleric at this point, which I mean that's not bad. It's not fully where I was thinking I was gonna go with it, but it's not bad. So sometimes simple is best. I'm gonna do this. I don't think it's probably gonna be the best ability, but you can add your wisdom modifier to the damage you deal with cleric spells. Like, sure, it's not going to be a game-breaking ability. Oh, this is all the way at 17th level. Let's see. I think I want to do a transformation. I really like transformations, phases, stages, forms. I feel like they add levels of depth not just to monsters but to things that players can do. Um, so I want to give them a semi-useless ability with transformation. Maybe something manipulating light, since this is a phoenix. Um, maybe some damage resistance. Maybe a free damage at the beginning of their turn. A reroll, since I just went with potent spell casting. They do have aggressive spells. Maybe we let them re-roll damage dice of a 1 or a 2. The Legend of the Phoenix ends with beginnings. You become the embodiment of the great Phoenix is divine flame. As an action, you can transform for 1 minute while transformed. You shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. You have resistance to fire and radiant damage. At the start of each of your turns, you can deal radiant damage equal to your wisdom modifier to any hostile creature within 10 feet. I don't want to be too far away. When you cast a spell that deals fire or radiant damage, you can re-roll any damage dice that show a 1 or 2. Once you use this feature, you cannot use it again until you finish a long rest. I think we're good. I think that's good for a draft. See, we need to move on to Marathi. More orc, Aztec, dragon flavor. Um. Let's see. Thinking. Let's. Uh-oh. What was that? I will be back. I'm back. It was some kids skipping school, running around outside and shit. None of my fucking business. Um, let's see. What was I thinking with the you know what I didn't do? I didn't fill this with names of abilities. So what did I decide? Members renewal. The channel divinity, I went with purifying blaze. Oh, why am I doing this when I can just control C, control V? Phoenix Cry. I went with potent spell casting. 8. I hope I got that word right. I was trying to do it from memory. Because really, you only really have a choice between, I think, potent spellcasting and divine strike. Which I think I'm using divine strike for domain of the Dragonbone, just because it's a warrior race. So I feel like that's probably going to be the best way to go with that. I'm still deciding. The bones of dragons whisper secrets to those who listen. That's good enough. Clerics of the Dragonbone. Let me put on my beanie real quick. That AC likes to blow directly at the back of my head. But I'm too lazy to break out the ladder and change what direction the vent is pushing the air, because when everything got to 110 and above, that was absolutely a godsend to have that pointed directly at me, and I'm just too lazy to change it. And I know in a few months, when it starts to actually get cold and I turn on the heat, once again, it's going to be absolutely lovely having that pointed directly at me, so it doesn't make sense just to change it for 2 months when I can just wear a hat. Oh, I miss my hair. That's the worst part about donating it every couple of years, just the cutting it. And now the back of my head and the back of my neck is always cold, and it's gonna be that way for like 4 or 5 months before it gets long enough to keep me warm again. There's the Dragonbone. Once served as priest kings of the Marathi peoples. Custodians of sacred dragon relics and ancient rites, because we decided that they were a paternal race, although the majority of their shamans and priestesses were going to be female. That was going to be the maternal hierarchy. I still feel like in order to be a true leader of their people, you would have had to have been a priest of some kind. Because of how close you would have to be to the dragons. They call upon the power of the great desert dragons. Let's throw in an M dash. Guardians of the sand and sky. Close out the M dash to shield their allies and scorch their foes. Their divine magic intertwines with the elemental forces of the desert, weaving protection, fire, and wind into battle. Alright, I feel like that's good enough. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna steal a class table, the domain spell table, and then the domain spells blurb. Dragon bone, dragon bone, dragon bone, dragon bone. Let's see. I don't know what I want to do with spells. This is the worst part of doing any classes and subclasses, is hitting the magic classes and realizing that you have to do a dedicated spell table. I feel like a lot of these are going to wind up overlapping with Phoenix Flame. Partially just because remembering every 5e spell is already a task in and of itself. But even though the cultures aren't similar, they're still similar in the fact that they were warfaring races. It's still similar in the fact that it's still the desert. Like, there's not gonna be a super duper change. Like, I'm gonna scroll up by looking at this Burning Hands, Shield of Faith. Probably, yeah. Flaming Sphere, probably. Maybe change Zone of Truth for Misty Step for just more mobility for combat. Fireball, Beacon of Hope, no, I'll probably do something like Elemental Weapon in Daylight. Wall of Fire. I'm sorry, that's a great spell. Flame Strike, probably Stain. Maybe do Freedom of Movement and Commune. That would round out, and it's not like I can't go back later and change out the spells that are the same. That's probably what I'm going with. Oh, fuck. So, just to round it out, I said Flaming Sphere and Misty Step. I believe I said Daylight and Elemental Weapon. Said Wall of Fire was still good. And then I think I said freedom of movement. And then Flame Strike was going to stay and go with Commune. No, that's honestly like the worst part though. Is just spells. Figuring out spells. What spells dedicate? What creates too much overlap for dedicated spells between different subclasses and even different classes sometimes? And another thing, not really stopping me, not like I can't make my own spells for the setting and then go back and change some stuff around. Oh, why am I so fucking tired? I slept so good last night. Whew. Go from here to first level ability. Yes, ma'am. What's up, Rosie? What's up, baby? He's a sweet baby. He is. Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that? You came over here just to burp in my face? What's up with that? Huh? What's up with that? It's rude. Go lay down. Lay down. Weirdo. Let's see. Maybe the first thing we do. Let's see. I want the setting to kind of roll with each other. So the first thing in the one that I did based off the Ashalin was what was an ally support, so maybe I do another ally support. Maybe instead of picking them up from 0, they get resistance to the OG draconic damage elements. And I can even steal the wording. When an ally you can see within 30 feet is maybe I can't steal the entire wording. I can steal through the is. Let's name it Draconic Aegis, because it's a shield. See, within 30 feet is. You know what? Let's reduce that. Within 10 feet takes elemental damage. Chronic elements, and it's cold, fire, lightning, lightning, acid, poison or poison. Iconic elements. You can use your reaction. To maybe not grant. Yeah, grant resistance to that type of damage until the end of their turn. Wow. Oh wait, is that the same? You can use this feature. You can use this feature number of times equal to your Weasel modifier, minimum of 1, regaining uses on a longer. I'm just gonna copy and paste and steal my own fucking work because I'm tired. I'm too fucking lazy to do this shit today. Ah. I need to make a secondary thing. I do. Right now, all I'm doing is D&D shit. I need to come up with a secondary thing to do when I'm like dying. We are on second level. Channel a divinity. I kind of want to go with another shield ability. I think it just, if each one is themed, then it should be fine. Do I want to go with another shield ability though, or maybe it's a reactive shield ability instead of like giving resistance when you get hit, it does damage. Does damage equal to like 1d6 plus cleric level? No, 1d8 plus cleric level. The majority of damage abilities for clerics are d8s. I think they're typically 2d8, but 1d8 would fit with it being a reactive armor. Let's call it Dragon's Ward. Why is Gandhi on my search bar? I'll figure that out later. As an action, you can invoke the Ancient Spirits, spirit of a dragon ally, or a dragon to shield an ally. Choose a creature you can see within 30 feet. That creature gains what if when hit, that creature deals 1d8 plus your cleric level in a damage type of your choice. And I'm just gonna copy and paste my little elemental parenthetical blurb list of your choice. Must declare the element upon use of the ability. My brain is fogging up hard. I am. Oh fuck! I might have to just change. I don't understand. I had all sorts of energy before I started streaming. I am fucking dying. I can't even think right now. Fuck. Like this is such fucking shit. I'm gonna have to figure something out. But I can't keep going like this. I'm like half falling asleep right now. So I'm gonna have to call it. I'm